Hey everyone, welcome back to Blue Mountain Radios. Today we have an APX 6000 7800 single band on our bench. I personally bought this one. We are going to fix this up and get it resold. The issue with this one is the volume pot just goes right round, baby, right round. As you can see, it just keeps on spinning. So we're going to take this apart, replace it with a new top, and make sure that it works. So let's go ahead and start getting this apart here. So we have, right off the bat, we have 4 screws on here. So we'll take those 4 screws off. Yeah, and that just slides right off. And then we have 2 more. We're going to disassemble this entire thing just to make sure there's nothing wrong on the inside as well. And then 2 down at the bottom here. Alright. Just take our tweezers, pluck the screws out. Alright. Now with those taken out, we should be able to... It's been a while since I've done one of these, so give me a second to remember how to do this. I got new knobs as well. So we take our APX tool here. There it goes. And we take off the lock nut on here. There we go. So that's taken off. And then we have a big one for the antenna port. We just unscrew that one. And that one comes off as well. So from there, this should come off. There we go. Now we have that removed. Let's see if I remember. And then we have 2 screws. 1 and 2. Put those on that side. All the back screws on that side. I believe that's the rest of them. And now, these just should be able to pop right off. There we go. And there you go. The housing is off. So now we take a look, make sure everything's okay. Now to get to the board, we need to pop this off. There we go. And we'll just take a quick look at this. There are 2 flexes that we need to take off. There we go. These are the 2 flexes, and they go right here. We'll set that aside because that is a good screen and top unit. We'll just take a look at here. Just want to make sure everything's okay. Want to make sure there's no damage to the board, because these are pretty expensive radios still, especially for resale. Come on. Where is... Oh, that's right. Alright. So we have the speaker off. Then you have a few more flexes here. You have this one right here. And that one right there. Now, there's everything almost off. That should pop up. Oh, alright. I forgot. Sorry. There we go. Alright, that pulls out. And then you have a coax connection right here. Alright. Now, let's see. Like I said, it's been a few years since I've messed with one of these, so give me a second. Let me remember. Is it this one? Yeah, it's connected to that one. Let's see here. So it goes there. That goes there. Where's that one go? Come on. Which... Oh, like I said, it's been a while. It's been a while. Let's see if we can't get this down there. You just gotta get the flexes out the way. There it is. Oh man, has it been a while. Alright, that gives us access to these 2 flexes right here. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Alright, so as you can see, It just turns right around. It turns right around. It's physically broken. I'm going to try to find these parts to just replace these, as buying a brand new unit is a significant cost. So, with that said, we're going to set this aside because everything else on here is still good. It is just the channel select or the volume pop that is broken. So we're going to look for parts for that. And now this comes in like so. And then that gives us our two. Or actually, I think it's just one. Yeah, it's just one. All right. So now if we slide this back in, and then we slide this in, and we just try to line up. Needs going that. I'm trying to make sure I'm not going to rip the flex when I get it in there. So I'm doing a bunch of this off screen, ain't I? Yeah. There it is. Got it. Now we just push down on the flex connector here. Just try to line it up. There it is. Got it. All right. Now this goes back in. Now we just do everything in reverse, essentially. That gets pushed down to connect to the front. You'll hear a snap. This gets bent over. This one gets bent over. There we go. All right. Now that we got this, we're going to take our two screws, put them back in. We don't want this coming loose. All right. How's this one? This. Or is it like this? I think it was like that. Oh no, I forget. Oh, that's because this was in. Where's it? I just gotta make sure we have this. Like went on before. See, if you don't do these every day, you forget which way goes or which goes which. Give me 1 second here. That's an easy fix. I got another one right here. Because I forget how that goes in. So we're just gonna go take that off, that off. Alright. Let's see how that goes in there. Okay, I see how it goes. So it goes like this, up underneath there. There's off to the side. Okay. And there's a hole there, okay. There we go. Aw, so close. We're gonna get this. You just gotta, it likes to go upwards on me. Right. There's a small little hole that this fits in. But if you don't have it lined up correctly, it's not gonna go. And that's why I think we put it in the hole first. And then we turn it. And then we go like this. There it is. Got it. All right. So we got that back in. And then so there's contact points on the speaker right here. And you can see the contact pins right there. So we just pop that in. Get the speaker screws in there. Oh, come on. Those are them, right? No. Oh, I forget what the speaker screws are. Oh. Because what just happened to my speaker? See, this is what I do, guys. I get so far ahead of myself, I don't organize my screws. And I forget which one. Oh, no. Yeah. No, okay, yeah, no. We're good. Those ones should be the short ones, and I think the long ones are here. I think those are the long ones. There's long and short ones. We want those ones. There we go. Okay. Okay. Those goes here. Like that. We keep the speaker like that. And then we... Sorry, I got ahead of myself there. Alright. I got a little... Come on. And there it is. And we loop it like that. That goes like that. There we go. And then we take our screen, reconnect those. There we go. Just making sure everything's lining up the best as possible. Alright. What did I do with the... Was that underneath these? No. Oh. I got screws and I don't remember what they will go to. That's not good. That's okay. That's why we have another one here. Just to double check where everything goes. Because like I said... Ah, they go right there. Okay. They go on this side. Underneath that. So. That's why they were in the middle. Because they go in the middle board. Alright. Now that we got that figured out. Oh man. It has been a while since I worked on an APX. So there's a few things we can do. Here, we can put on a new housing. Or we can put the old housing on. The old housing doesn't look too bad on this one, actually. Let me see, where's the... Yeah. I think we'll be alright with putting the original housing on. Alright. Just be careful. Alright. Sorry. I have that on run. That goes underneath. Yeah, that goes to... There we go. This goes like that. And there we screw everything back together. Nice. Oh, come on. Sorry, I'm doing this off screen and blurry. Why aren't you going back on? Doesn't like the washer tonight. So we'll do that one last. Get this back on. Just gotta slide it back on. Like so. There we go. Take the speaker. Put that on. And then our black grill. What did I do with my black grill? Here's our black grill. Alright. So now we use the shorter of the long ones. 2 longs. 2 shorts. And some really short ones. And there we go. There we go. What did I grab? I grabbed the wrong one. The long ones go up here. There we go. And the 2 short ones go there. Then we put our speaker grill. Or not speaker grill, but our... Yeah, speaker grill. Damn it, I'm doing it out of focus again. Sorry, guys. Alright. Now, we get our washer in there. We get that in there. And we get that in there. There we go. And then we just push it down. Why don't it go on? Did I have it upside down? It does not want to go on. I think there was a top or bottom to this. Why does this not want to go on? It needs to go on. It's required to go on. WTF, man? Do they have the wrong... No, I have another one. I don't need to rip that one back apart. No, it's there. So this is the other one I got for the other APX. And it's definitely there. But on this one, I don't see them. I swear. Swear to Jeebus. Yeah, this one doesn't have it. The hell? What in the world is going on here? That actually looks like... Where is it? It looks like the Kenwood. There it is. Man, it looks like they put like a Kenwood screw on it for some reason. They did. They have the wrong... So where's my bad one? Is this my bad one? Yes. Okay. So we're going to see if we can't take that one off from the broken one and put it on that one, because they put the wrong nut on it. Trying not to screw this up, because that nut's not going to go on there. Okay. Okay. There we go. They put the wrong nut on there. Now I'm trying to put the right nut on there and not screw up the threads of the right nut. That makes more sense. Yeah, they put the wrong fucking nut on there. Alright, let's try this again. And now we gotta... I had everything lined up. Okay. Let's hope that I didn't kill that nut too badly. Alright, there it goes. Much better. Now we get our antenna port on. There we go. I just realized that this side is not fully seated correctly. Right. There it goes. And there's the washer. There's the nut. Come on. Come off with it. Alright, got it. Alright, we'll get through this video, guys. I promise. Oh, man. There we go. Oh, there is a crack on there. Damn it. Well, after we get it tested, I'll probably put the new housing on. I did find a crack. There's a crack right in here. So, yeah. Yeah, we don't want that crack there. Anyways, we put it back together. And turn on. Hopefully. I don't know if that battery's charged. Hold on. Let me grab... I have a battery here somewhere. There they are. I know for a fact this one had a little juice in it. Come on. And of course now it don't work. Fuck. I missed something somewhere. And that's part one. We're going to do part two. We'll take it back apart and see what we messed up on. Should be, unless this is a bad volume pot as well. That's what I don't know if these are... They're new. I should rephrase that. They're new to me. I don't know if they actually work, though. Alright. We're going to stop the video there. Yeah. Alright. Thanks for watching. Alright, guys. So, I just got back from working on this. I finally got it to turn on. So, this one did not work. This is the one I originally put on. And then I went back through, took it all apart, put this one on. Put in the green housing. I gotta get a green speaker plate. But as you can see, it is now turned on. It's a little stiff on the... There we go. And there you go. The speaker's not working correctly. Alright. Let's take the speaker back off. And... So this is off aftermarket housing I put on. Oh, yeah. Speaker's turned to shit. Okay. We'll use the other speaker then. I didn't realize the speaker got turned to shit. I probably did it. Not paying attention. But yeah, that ain't gonna work. Let's try this one. we're just going to hold it on there. Slap the battery on there as well. There we go. So we just had a bad battery, or a bad speaker as well. That's the unprogrammed channel. Now it's on a program channel. There you go. All right. So this one, I'm going to put a return on. It doesn't turn on. They have the wrong volume pot on there, I believe. All right, so let's go ahead and put this back together. I believe these are UHF, or 7800. So I'm hoping that I put in a default code plug of 851006. I think it is 125. We'll scan it. It has a default code plug in there. I do know that for a fact. Yeah. These aftermarket housings are not the best, if you know what I mean. But they do get the work done. That's all that matters. Alright. So for this one, I just need a new speaker grill. After all that work in the beginning of the video. Just to find out that one of the tops I have did not turn on. Alright, and then I do have new knobs. What did I do with those? I have them here somewhere. Oh no! Did I put them over here? I put them over here. Maybe I didn't put them over here. Crap. What did I do with my new knobs? Ah, there they are. They were underneath my keyboard. Alright, so we'll take this old knob off. Toss it off to the side for right now. And there we go, guys. Alright, so let's go ahead and put our battery back on. Turn it on. As you can see. Then we're going to get our antenna port here. And then we're going to set up our Freedom monitor remotely here. That way we can actually see the test results. Alrighty. There we go. Alright, so if we come over here to 5, 8, 8. And then we do select meter. We want RF scan. We want this to be 700. Where's enter? Enter. We want this to be, we'll stop it at 9. And of course, so you guys can see there. We're going to go ahead and hit scan. It's over here. Scan. Single. Key it up. There you go. Check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, 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 check. As you can see, the freak error is around 70, 75, 65. Deviation is 4.5, 4.6, which is good for wideband. And we're pushing out 3.2 watts, which is a little high, but I'm okay with it. And there you go. We now have a working APX. So this one does not have encryption on it that I know of. I don't think it does. I don't see it in the... I didn't see it in the code plug in the feature sets. Or I'm sorry, not the feature sets, in the 5-button push. So if we go back to our other scene here, turn it on, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you'll be able to see, maybe, I don't think it's ever taken this. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Which one? It's the top one, ain't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Taking forever, and I don't know why. That's weird. That's going to be another issue for part 2 of this video of getting all this over. As you can see, it's aftermarket, so it doesn't have the M emblem. So I just got to get one of these. And I'm not sure why it's saying that it needs to See, up top says test mode just fine, but yet here it says please wait. So I must not have something connected really good inside. But hey, we'll get to it. Like I said, it's been a couple years since I messed with an Apex, so the fact that I was able to get it to work, turn back on, I'm okay. I'm happy with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it goes. I just had to wait a little bit longer. There he goes. Okay, 36. So I got 4 more 36 in here. Secure 11502. Hardware mace. Secure hardware. So we have ADP, and that's it. Alright, there you go. And that's it. We now have a working APX 6000 radio in a nice bright green. Seeing as this is a 7800, it's more for, I'm hoping it would be more for the first responders, hopefully, which they do like the green. That's why I bought a green housing for it. So there you go. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me at Blue Mountain Radios. This is part 1. Part 2, if I go ahead and do a part 2, it would be basically just replacing this. Nothing else really needs to be done other than that. And then I did take this when I first got these Apex radios to the Aeroflex, and they passed just fine. Both of them passed just fine. They just had issues with the top control unit. So, yeah. Appreciate you guys. If you want this Apex, it's going to be listed down below in the description on my eBay shop. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me at Blue Mountain Radios. Hopefully you learned a little bit. The next Apex radio, 6000 that we're going to do, we will do the same thing. It would be Apex radio part 2, where we do go over everything else on this radio. This was just a quick overview of how to do it, and then having to redo it off a screen because the other good one did not work. So we're going to return this one, get another one, and hopefully everything else works out. So again, hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next week. Have a good one.